everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Monday. I hope you all had a fabulous weekend. I have got such a cool video today. I'm so excited. So I was flicking through TikTok when I couldn't sleep the other night, and I came across this awesome, let me just straighten my camera because it's annoying me. I came across this awesome little TikTok where somebody was, well, it's not somebody, Rachel, and she's from Sweet Bee Designs. She's on TikTok. She's also on YouTube, so I'll link her YouTube in the description box down below as well. And I will get the link from the TikTok that I saw, and I'll link that down below as well. And she made this really cool little folder out of a like pocket kind of scenario thing, out of an 8x8 piece of paper. It was so cool. I loved it. So I was like, I need to have a play with that. I need to do that. And as we all know, we all have, and you don't have to do it with 8x8s either. You can do it with 12x12s. You can do it with 5x5s. You can do it with, I don't know if you can do it with 5x5s. It might be a little bit little, but yeah, it would still be fun. So we've all got the Tim Holtz's 8x8s paper stash. So I made one. So first off, I had a little play and I made this, and you've got a pocket here and then you've got a pocket here as well. So you've got with like a journal card and a tag and stuff. And yeah, how cool is that? So then I was like, I like the prototype. So then I actually made one. Look at this. It's the opposite side, because when you're using paper that's double-sided, you can pick what way you want it. So I wanted the green on the top and not the floral. I didn't want the floral showing. So that's why the pockets are the other way around. So that's the cool thing about it. But yeah, look at this. It's so cool. It's so cool. And then I've got a little tag here, and I've backed it with some of the freebie on my Kofi site that I've got. And that fits perfectly in there. Then I've got one of my tag clusters on the side here. Then I have a tag behind here as well. And then I made a little folio out a bit of scrap Tim Holtz paper that I had. And look, I even did the little 3 lines. Look. How cool is that? And this had this sheet of paper. I think this is the 10 by 6 sheets of the backdrops. This is a bit of the backdrop, and I saw it had register at the top, and I was like, that's perfect. I'm gonna make that into a file folder. So I did. Stuck a little bit of ephemera on there, put a bit of washi tape. This is my carte postal washi tape, a couple of bits of stamping, the 2 brads that I hammered with the texture hammer that I've got, and I just absolutely love it. So I was like, I am going to make one of these on Monday. So I'm going to get all my bits and pieces and then I'll be back. Right, so before we get into actually making the item, I have just had, excuse the sewing. The sewing is atrocious, but I did one out of 6x6. So it is teeny weeny, but it is cute. And yeah, it's one-sided paper because I don't have a lot of double-sided 6x6, to be honest. So yeah, I mean, I could cut up a 12x12, definitely. And I might do that. Yeah. So, right, let's get into what we're going to need. Right, so I have got numerous sheets of paper. So I've got some Arden Creative Studio. I think that's what it's called. It is Arden Creative Studio, isn't it? Yes, it is. I also have a Prima. I have a Tim Holtz. I have one of my own, which is one of the papers that I put on my Kofi, and then so it's double-sided, I just used my favourite stamp and stamped the back of it. I've also got a Tim Holtz 12x12 as well, so we're gonna have a proper play. Right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna first off, let's do this one, because I got a feeling this one's gonna look really cool. And I love that some of it is lighter, some of it is mist. I love that. So this is an 8x8. So what we want to do is, and the easiest way I can explain this, and I'm only going to get my little scoreboard for this, is, so half of 8 is 4. So we want to mark it on the inch before the halfway mark, which is 3. So we score down 3 when it's facing the right way up. And then we're going to turn it 1 turn so that we're scoring again at 3 along the bottom. Just like that. So then you should end up with a little box here, a longer box, the big box, and then this box. I think this works out about 5. Yeah. So you should have a 5 by 5 and then 2 rectangles and a square. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our scissors, or you can get a knife. You don't have to use scissors if you don't want to. And we're just going to cut the big rectangle out from the bottom. So we're just going to go up this to that 3-inch line like that. And then go down here. And if it's easier, to fold it so you can see it, do that, because yeah, I was very aware that this is just thin paper, so there we go. And then you end up with this piece and a piece like this. So I'm just going to fold it like this and then fold this one over on the crease as well. And then what we're going to do is we're going to turn it over and we're going to fold this back on itself like so. Let me make sure that I'm creasing in the right place because I don't feel like I am. Where's my bone folder? Right, so we know it's 5, so it wasn't creased enough. So we're going to fold this here like so. I still don't feel like no, it's because it kept wanting to fold crease on the wrong crease. So make sure you've got it creased correctly, like on the right crease, Toni. That might be fun. And then we're going to fold this one up like that. So again, have it facing this way. Whatever way you want it facing is entirely up to you. Fold this one over. And it keeps wanting to fold on that first crease I did. And then fold this one up and burnish it down, because paper has a memory. So if you can get rid of that score so it knows which one is going to be out. And look at that. Oh, it's so cool. I love it. I love it. My cutting is a bit dodgy, but well, what can I say? So you can either glue or you can stitch. It's entirely up to you. First off, what you want to do is keep this, open it up like that, and then either glue down here and then glue down here if you want to glue. If you want to stitch down just this side. So if it's folded over, this side here, don't stitch it to this back bit, open it out and stitch down here. So I'm going to do that and then I'll be back. Right, so as you can see, I have done a stitch just down this side and I've still got this flap open. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch round the whole of it. So that's how you're going to be able to have a pocket here. And then that's also going to adhere this side down so that you also have a pocket here. So pocket here if you stitch round all the edge. If you keep it folded and stitch down the side, obviously that's not going to be a pocket. You're not going to be able to get into it. But that would still be cool because this is just, I love it. Right, so I'm going to stitch round it and then I'll be back. So now we've stitched and we have a pocket here and a pocket here. And look how cool that looks. I mean, that stitching's not bad, I'm not going to lie. It looks quite cool. But I do love the zigzag stitch. I just love it. And then with this bit, what you could do is you could either trim it down and have it as a tag in here, or trim it down and have it as a tab. So it's quite thin paper, so it might need backing. But I have some tags here. They're a little bit short, I think. Yeah, I mean, these would be a little bit short from there as well. Let's see what else I've got. Because I've got some bits and pieces here. I have a tag here. That's perfect. And nice and thick. So should we cover this with this? Ooh, shall we? I think I'm gonna, you know, but I'm not gonna use one that I've coffee dyed, because that would just be a waste of a good tag. So I'm going to use this one. And then we could have, because I did make a file folder for the other one. No, they're a bit too small. Looks like we're going to have to make things to go inside it, which is fine by me. Let's put those there. And then we're going to cover this one. Can't find my glue. What is going on? It's because I've got my hammer in it. I put my hammer in it, so it's a little bit top heavy. Let's put my hammer back in there. Right, so what with the glue and the extra piece of paper, I mean, this is file folder, so it isn't particularly thick anyway, but it should just be, I just don't want it to bow when I'm putting it in the pocket. So the both of these, along with the glue as well, should make it sturdy enough. So I'm just gonna line it up. And then get my scissors back. Give it a trim. And then we have a really cool tag to go in there. And I know you're probably sitting there thinking, whoo, that's a bit much. You can't see that it's a tag. We're going to put a tab on it. Of course. Of course we're going to put a tab on it. But first, we're going to get our ink. And we're going to grunge it. So even if you haven't got pattern paper, doesn't matter. And don't do what I do, because I should have inked it up before I stitched. But I didn't. Hopefully, I'll still be able to. And now I'm just going to get use one of these and just and then do the same on here. And that's all inked. And then that having it inked should also make the tag stand out a little bit more as well. Let's just do around here, because Love it. Oh, that's so cool. How cool is that? I love it. Right, so let's do another one before we decorate. So we've got this one here. Where's the sheets of paper? So we've got the Arden Creative, and this is a 6 by 6. So obviously half of 6 is 3. So we're going to mark this at 2. And you don't have to, as long as it's, you can do 2.5 if you want this square to be a bit smaller. Well, I'm assuming you can, I don't know. But I'm assuming as long as this line is the same as this line, then yeah, you should turn out with the same thing. So let me just mark those score lines again because I didn't press hard enough. Right, and then where did I put my scissors? Not those ones. They're here. They're hiding. Right, so again, so we've got the square, the long rectangle, and the little one. So we want to cut out this. So we're just gonna up to the 2-inch line. And then cut down. So we end up with that. Keep this because we can use it. And then what we want to do is we want to fold over and score, and then fold up and score. And then you've got a cute little pocket again. And what we'll do with this one is we'll glue this one. So we want to glue. Can you hear the birds? My goodness. Glue up the sides of that. You don't need to do the bottom because the bottom's folded. Like that. Hold that down. And then open it up. And then you want to glue down each side here as well. But you probably will want to ink it up first. Oh, dearie me. I mean, it's not too bad because it's got a dark background. Hold those down. And then you've got exactly the same. So you've got your pocket here and you've got your pocket here. And it's just a smaller version. It's so cute. But you, again, you know, you could do stitching on it as well. I'm going to get my corner rounder and just round these corners. Leave these ones, but round these ones. And then again, get some ink. And even though it doesn't show on the black, it's still taken away the white edges. So let's get that little just like that. Ta-da! We've got another cool little pocket. And again, we can take this bit and you can either have it in there or you can have it as a tag in there. I think I want to use this side this time. Or I could use that side. I don't know how, it's the same height, so to have it sticking out of there, it wouldn't be able to go right to the bottom. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get my trimmer and just, so it's 2 inches, so I'm going to trim it to 1 3/4, and then take about 1/2 inch off the top, and then that should fit perfect in there. think I'm going to have it this way, like that. And then let's tag the top. Ooh, getting peppered. Ink it up. Oh, I've just gone through because I didn't let the glue dry. Let's put a little bit more glue down. Right, another one as well. Make sure the glue's dry before you try and put anything in the pocket. And then we have that one there as well. So cute. Right, let's make one more. We could make a big one out of, I could make a real big one out of a 12 by 12. We could, but we're not going to. We're going to make another 8 by 8. So this is one of the Tim Holtz paper stashes. So we're going to score at 3. Turn it once. I'm not going to lie, people. At the minute, I feel like I'm in an Alfred Hitchcock film. Because the birds are sounding a bit like that. A little bit scary. Right, so I'm going to cut along the score line. Right up to the top. And then cut along the score line along the bottom. Perfect. And depending on what way you want it, so if you did this, then you would have it that way. A bit like the first one that I did. What have I done with it? Here it is. So we have this one that's got the opening this side, and then we have this one that's got the opening this side. So if you want it this way, and you've got the squares down here, fold it over, fold it over. If you want it the other way, then you just fold it over like that. So I'm going to do it this way, because then it's all, well, it's not, because this is upside down, but you can't really tell that. So, but yeah, I'm going to do it this way. And I'm going to stitch it, because I do prefer the stitching to the gluing. I love the stitching. Now I've got my sewing machine. I just love it. Right, so I'm going to stitch this and then I'll be back. Right, so I've made a few. I got a little bit carried away. I'm still in Mass Make March mode. I'm not going to lie. But that's what I love to do. So I've got some ready to go in my stash, and I still have some bits left over here. So this is one that I backed with coffee dyed paper. This is a 6x6, but this one, as you can see, is a lot smaller than the first one I did. So this one was scored at 2, and this one was scored at 2.5. And I actually quite like it. I think it's a little bit cute. So, and then we've got this is the 8x8 that was scored at 3 and 3, and so was this one. So these ones are the same size because they were done normally, but I wanted to try what it was like when you change the sizes. So this one I did at 3.5 and 3.5. So as you can see, again, it's come up a little bit smaller, but it's still really cute. And obviously the width between here and here is a bit different, and the same with the width between here. And because the writing was directional, I just did a little flap, and I kind of like that. I might glue down the sides like that and just have it as like an uptuck if you wanted to. I don't know, but I kind of like that it's just kind of sat there like that. So we're going to decorate this one. And we still have this piece, which, because you've got your pocket this side, and then you've got a larger pocket here now as well. So we could cut this and use it as a journal card, or we could just trim it a little bit and have it as a big tag. Let's do that. Let's have it as a kind of a tag like that. Might want just a teeny wee bit more off it. Perfect. And then where's my little, and we're going to ink it up. And you can stitch around the tag as well if you want to. I'm not going to. I mean, it would look really cool. But yeah, I'm not going to. And then, where is... I need to find my tabs. Right, so I've pulled some bits and pieces out, and I've just realised that I need to make some more page tabs, because I've got a lot in this like vintagey kind of colour, and I want some not basically I kind of like that one, but then I've got one here that I've already done, but it's the colour of the tab. This colour, it's so yellowy. I mean, I guess I could kind of try and find something to match it and bring the colour in, but I just don't know if I like it. That's the thing. I do think one of these should like go on the side though. I think that looks pretty cool. Let's put that there. Shall we tuck that in? Do we want that strand coming out? I don't think we do. So I'm going to glue it under. Hold it down. And that looks cool. And maybe now that that's on there, that won't look so bad on there. But I think I just want like, I don't want a cluster. I know, right? I mean, we've got the blue on here and the red on here. Yeah, I don't want a cluster because we've got a cluster here. Just like that. Give it a bit of ink. And then firstly, because it's just easier for me to do it firstly with this one, because this one is already measured and ready to go. Whereas my other crocodile, like, they're all at the top, if that makes sense. So I'm going to put a hole there. And then I'm going to get one of Heidi Swap's reinforcers. So let's see what colour we want. I want green. Nope. Might go with that, but I'm sure I've got some. I have got some aged ones. I have got some Christmas ones somewhere with a darker red on, because this red, it's not kind of the same red, or is it? We don't know. Let's just lightly. No, I don't think it is. So I'll put that back on there. Put these back over here, and I think we'll go grungy. I think we'll go lighter. Hopefully it won't, no, it won't blend in. Good, good. So we'll put that over the middle like that. Give it a little sand. And then if I get my, where have I put it? It's here. Because Heidi Swap's hole reinforcers are 1/4 inch. So, oh, which is absolutely fine. And then I think we'll just leave that like that, is what we'll do. So now we need to decorate, my favourite part. So we've got the page tab on the side. Put those ones up there. We don't need any more tabs. So let's put those away. I don't think we need another tag. I think I might want a label though. And we need a tag to go in it as well. But let's just do a little bit of decorating. So what have we got in here? Oh, we've got the ones that I embossed in the white. I like those. And I'm pretty sure I did some embossed in the white, but on the black card. Is that a bit much? I think so. What else do we have? Right, I'm going to go through my bits and I'm going to pull some out. So we're not spending all day looking. Right, so I've had a rummage and I found some bits. So, and I kind of like the composition of it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get, this is all my little bits of stamped ephemera, and I've got my curator snippets here as well. So I'm just going to do a little bit of inking, just to take away the edges. And then we're going to have, like, this one's going to go here. Then we have one of Tim Holtz, I can't remember what it's called. It's got all the stamps on. That's one of those. And I kind of want, I'll move this over a little bit. I want this here. And then we've got an embossed, I inked this in red and then I embossed it in clear. So I want this one here like that, and then that over the top there, and maybe a curator snippet somewhere as well. Just dig in the side of the sander in, and you get these nice little, can you see that? Like if you dig it in like the side of it like that, you get like these long sanded lines. Just adds to the grunge. And that can go on there like that. Oh, I kind of like that. I like that a lot. I don't know about the label. I don't know if the label needs to be blank. What do you think? I don't think it does. Right, let's glue down. Oh dear. Right, so we'll put that around about there. And then this one can go about there. And then this one. Oh, what is going on? Can go, because I still want to see the Nashville on the stamp and the New York on the label. So we're going to put that there. And then we're going to put this little postal mark just here. Or should we put it up there? Kind of put it under like that, under the flap. I think I'm going to glue that flap down. As much as I love it, like sitting there like that, it's low-key irritating me. So just down the sides, in case I want to tuck anything underneath it. And then you kind of still get, you see where it flips up here, just bulges here a little bit. You kind of still get the impression that, stick down. It's going to struggle to stick down because of the stitching. So I'm going to have to put quite a bit of glue on so it seeps through the stitching. There, perfect. And because I didn't do any stitching down this side, because it's a folded side, so I didn't need to, I lifted the flap up and stitched up to where I needed to stitch, and then I stopped. I kind of like the idea of having a label off the side there. And then I've got a label here. What about off the side here? Yeah. Because I do like labels coming off the side. Is that straight? I hope so. Give it a bit of distress. Did you hear that noise? That's the dogs chasing the birds. They never catch them. They never catch them, but yeah, they do try. I'm wondering if we could put that one there, maybe. I'm dropping everything today. I don't know why. Thimble fingers. Or maybe we could put this on the side of the tag. Should we do that? Put it on here. But then it's going to be... That's a bit much, isn't it? But oh well, it's done now. It's done now. And then on here, I kind of like that. With that underneath, like that. Yeah, I like that. Oh, should I put that? Or should I put that? Or is it too much red? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Right, I'm going to try this one now, and then I'm going to be like, oh. I like that one. I like them all. But I just kind of thought there's a lot of... Let's go with this one. There's a lot of red on here, and I want to pull out the blue. See, I don't know what is going on. All right, put that in the middle. Like that. And I'm not going to let this drop out my fingers. Put this along the bottom. Make sure it's even. I like it. And then we got one of these. We could put... Maybe. We have got a label with a number on it. Oh, I like that there. Distress the edges. Just stick that down there. And that's, oh, we've got registered as well. Could we put registered along there? Or is that a bit much? How many of you are sitting there and going, yes, Toni, that's a bit much? I know. But I am who I am. And I like to add. I do kind of like that there. Oh, but I've already got one there, so no. I think that one with a bit of ink. What do you think? Yeah. I mean, I could get out my actual Tim Holtz Curator snippets. I like that. I do like that. I like that there. Big dollop of glue. Probably squidge out the sides, but that's okay. It's only because I'm putting it over some more stitching, so I want there to be enough glue to soak through the stitching to the paper so it can grab. I don't know if I'm regretting that. I don't know if it's that that's putting me off. We need another tag though. Right, so because I cut a piece of 12 by 12 to 8 by 8, I've still got these two bits left over. So I'm thinking to bring the blue in again, we could use this as a tag. So I just want to kind of mark it where I want to trim it. So about there. And then I want to mark about how, because I don't want this bit on it. So I reckon if this is the bottom of the tag, so we want it to be about here where this line is. Right, so first let's take this bit off first, and then we might be able to fit it in. Oh, I struggled then with what way round. That's it. And then we'll cut this bit off, and this is the width that we want it. Because obviously this is still too long. So check it fits. It might need some more. Yeah, it does. It's going to need some more of it. But let's take this bit off, and then a little more off the side. Check it fits. It does fit, but oh, it's proper snug. So I'm going to take another little bit off, and maybe a little bit off the top too. Let's keep the scraps. And then hopefully this should, yeah, it slides in a lot better. Perfect. So that's going to need a tab. I'm not going to put a lot of decoration on it, and I would normally strengthen it by backing it with a bit of coffee dyed paper, but I'm not going to, because it's double-sided pattern paper. So go. And then we could put, nope, and we could put the one that I've I didn't want to put on the other tag. No, I don't like it. However, I do quite like that. And there's one thing that I haven't put on it. And I haven't used any washi tape, but I've got some washi, my washi tape here, bit of washi tape here, bit of washi tape here. So, yes. Do we want a round one on it? Or do we want a map? I think we'll put a map. Oh. And I'm not too sure. I might put... Where's my dobber gone? Let's fold it, ink it. Distress it. And that could go on there. I haven't used any cheesecloth either. Right, let's put that there. Maybe that. Maybe that with let's have a look and see what it looks like. Or maybe just leave it at that, at just where it just says registered. Let's lift it out a little bit so the tag, that's it, sits over the top. Oh, I don't know though. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, that's going there. Oh dear. See, I do set off not to jam pack stuff all over it. I'm not too sure, you know, whether this... I like that. I think it's this that's putting me off. Yeah, it is, because this is a completely different colour. That was putting me off. I mean, we could still add one. That's still a complete. Have we got one that's... I mean, that looks all right. But to be honest, I kind of like it as it is. I like it just like that. I think that is more than enough. She says... That's upside down for a start tone. It's, I can't help it. I literally can't help it. It's like, it's something to do with the angles. I don't know if you noticed, but this and this gap, it's bothering me. Yeah, it's weird. OCD. Right, I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it and then I won't sleep tonight, but it'll be fine. It'll be absolutely fine. Right, I'm going to have a tidy up and then I'll be back. So here we are, some little folio folders. Oh, they're, well, not even folios, are they? Just pockets. But they're so cool. Something else that we can do with our 8x8s or 6x6s. Because even the little ones, these are just too cute. Absolutely too cute. I'm so glad I came across that tutorial on TikTok. There is so much inspiration out there. So much inspiration out there. And it deserves all the credit. 100%. So yeah, so I'm so glad that I came across that TikTok because it really inspired me. And oh, I just love it. Absolutely love it. Don't forget to pop over to Rachel's YouTube or TikTok and have a look at the TikTok that where she decorated one of these because it's stunning. And yeah, thank you everybody for being here. Don't forget to tag me if you give this a go. I love seeing all your work. My socials are in the description box or at the end of the video. And don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell to get notified every time I upload. And I will see you all in my next video. Happy crafting everybody and take care. Bye.